Please welcome Daniël and Gabriël.
Wow.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Daniël. This is Gabriel.
Hi.
We're from the Netherlands, from Leiden University, and we're here to give you a little show. Now, for the start of our show, I actually need one volunteer from the audience. So, is there someone who could help us out? Someone? Just raise your hand. Yeah, do you want to come? Yeah, of course, come.
Applause
For the volunteer. Okay, so what is your name? Sorry? Alex. Okay, thank you, Alex.
Right.
So before we start, I'm going to tell you a little story. And we have a liquid substance right here. Can you see it? Yeah. It's in it and it's bubbling. That's because it's actually very cold. It's liquid nitrogen, and that's minus 197 degrees cold. So it's also very dangerous. Now I will tell you what would happen if I would put my hand in the nitrogen. First, my hand would turn red. That's because there would be a lot of blood going to my hand, because blood is the heater of my body, so it wants to heat up my hand. Now, next, my body would think, okay, this is too cold, I cannot save my hand. So my hand turns blue because all the blood goes away. Then after a while, it turns purple, it turns black, and then if I would smash it on the table, it would fall apart like glass. And I've actually got something to demonstrate that for you. With this little rose, it's actually quite beautiful, but when I freeze it in liquid nitrogen and I smash it on the table, it just falls apart like glass. So yeah. Thank you. Now this is where you come in, because of course, we cannot compare our hands to a rose, so we're actually gonna try this on a hand. So if you could just stand in front of the table like this.
And we want to keep our hands, so we don't use ours. We'll use
now I'll give you
our testing rabbit.
I'll give you a couple rules. Which hand do you write with? That one. Then we'll take the other hand. Yes, perfect. It's completely safe, don't worry. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna put your hand in front of you, a little bit lower, and fingers like this. Very nice. And if you feel any pain or you're scared, just put it down, okay? Are you ready? Can we count down? Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, did you feel that? Yeah, a little bit. Was it very cold? No. Okay. Well, big applause for Alex. Thank you. Thank you.
Very brave. Very brave.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna explain what happened here to you. Well, this is an effect called Leiden frost. And basically what happens is your hand is actually so high on heat, it's very hot compared to the liquid nitrogen, that it creates a gas layer above your hand. So when the liquid nitrogen comes close to your hand, it evaporates and there's a gas layer on top of your hand. So the actual nitrogen didn't even touch your hand. It basically glides over your hand. So it didn't touch you. That's why your hand is not wet right now. So this Leiden frost effect is very nice, and that's actually why we can work with nitrogen quite safe, but we still have a lot of safety precautions like goggles and like the ones. And that's why we also ask you, if there's something comes to you, please just don't touch it. So yeah, I will talk about this effect later on, but now Gabriel can take it over from me.
Yeah, exactly. And what maybe that you have noticed, the moment that the liquid nitrogen was poured over the hands, you didn't only see liquids, you also see smoke, the clouds coming from it. Well, it's not nitrogen, I have to tell you. If it was nitrogen, then everything that we see would be a mist, clouds, everything. Because about 80% of the air we breathe is nitrogen. So what can it be then, if it's not nitrogen? Well, to bring it to you, it's just water. It's like the clouds in the sky. The same is now true. You can see here, it's water. And we can make the effect even bigger. And for that, I have a container with a little bit of liquid nitrogen in it. If you can push the table a little bit to the side, just more in the middle. And here, I have my super special water boiler, deluxe. It's just a normal kitchen boiler. But there's boiling hot water in here. And the difference in temperature is like extreme. It's about, let's say, 300 degrees Celsius difference. That's amazing. The effect will be even better. And to protect myself, I will put on my glasses and a glove, because I will try to dump the water that is in here immediately in this container. Well, just as the last time, let's count to 3, right? Okay? 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, there's a lot of smoke. It's a lot of smoke, really a lot of smoke. And that's because of the water that is not evaporating, but it's actually crystallizing or condensing. You have little droplets of water, and they make up those clouds. So it's not gas. It's actually very, very little droplets of liquid. Usually, when we do this experiment for shows in the Netherlands for students or teenagers, well, when we get such a big cloud, often we get the question, can you smoke it? Or can you get high from it? You know, that's a Dutch thing. Well, to be true, yes, you can get high, but that's because you don't have enough oxygen. And if you stay too long in it, well, eventually you will get no oxygen and you will die. But as long as there's enough ventilation, everything is open, there is no harm in sight. But I find this stuff amazing. Do you?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah. Maybe you too, all right? So it would be great if we would give this to you and get it to home and show it to our family. But we have our own stuff, and we can't give it to you. So how can we do this? How can we give liquid nitrogen to you? Questions? Yeah? Answers, I mean? Well, what about coffee? If you take coffee to a picnic, what do you use to keep it warm? Thermos, exactly, thermos. Well, a thermos has vacuum, and it can keep your drink warm if it's warm. But the opposite is also true. It can also keep it cool. And, well, I'm a bit of a smart guy. And here I have my own thermos. I made it myself. But there's a little problem. On the way here, we drove by car. We drove 12 hours to get here. It was a long trip. On the way here, I lost the stop of my thermos. So we quickly bought some corks. I don't know which one will fit, so we'll just try enough of them with this hammer, just ram it on them, if there's liquid nitrogen on them. So, just wait. I trust my invention so much that I still have my safety goggles on. Très important. And, well, we'll see which one will fit so that I can give it to you. All right, that seems like it's full. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh. That one doesn't fit. Oh. Doesn't also fit. Well, let's see if it's still so. Well, just point it this way. All right. No pressure. No pressure. And now the big part is there still something in there? Well, let's see. All right. Well, I give this to you. You come home and you say to mommy and daddy, look, 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 I've got liquid nitrogen. Nothing in there. Well, of course there's nothing in there because the inner side is still hot, room temperature.
Okay, so now that we've done a lot of work with liquid nitrogen, we're also going to show you some heat. Our show is called Freezing Physics, but after an hour of a show, what we normally do, it's quite cold, so we use some warmth to get us all nice and cozy. Now actually for this, we have a very nice experiment with some bubbles and some gas in it that you've already seen before, but we will do it a little bit longer so you can see it better. So let's just come up and get your arms nice and wet.
I will get in there too.
And we'll get in the bubbles.
I like bubbles.
Let's do it in front of the table.
It's a bit wet in here.
Okay.
All right. I'll take some too. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Okay, I'm ready to warm up.
Let's do this.
Yeah? Well.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you for watching. This was our show.
Thank you.
You are great. You are very great.